What's up, Kyle?
All right, round two, going at it.
Let's see if we can get some audio this time.
Right, all right. We'll get right into it.
Yep.
Card starts off with Ariane Carnelosi versus Liang Na. I'm actually kind of glad the audio didn't work the first time because I got to watch the weigh-ins. I was working yesterday, but I got to watch him. Carnelosi is jacked. Maybe the most jacked women's fighter in the division. She's not very tall. Liang Na was visibly way taller.
Yeah.
But Carnelosi looks like to be a stronger fighter. I think she's just overall the better fighter, and I think she's going to get this win pretty easily. And I tweeted out, I like her by decision too, plus 380.
That is juicy by decision.
Mm-hmm. Next fight we got, we're big in the first two fights. We got Jeff Molina versus Quilang Aori.
Yep.
And love Jeff Molina here. He's fighting under James Krause, who has been on fire with all his fighters have been winning. And the thing I love the most is they all follow great game plans. They don't deviate.
Yeah. And Jeff Molina, after you tweeted the picks out last night, I was putting them in on Bovada. And so I forgot we took him when we did the original upload for 50. And so I was following the units, and I threw another 40 on him, forgetting that we took him already. But, figure you like him for 50, you like him for 90. So I'm not mad about it.
Exactly.
I think he wins pretty easily.
This next fight is Zhu Rong versus Rodrigo Vargas. My initial take was Zhu Rong very confidently. He's the big favorite. After watching the weigh-ins, Rodrigo Vargas is in great shape, and he's jacked. I did a little more tape study after seeing that, not just counting him out, and he comes to fight. He brings that Mexican style, headstrong. So if Zhu Rong comes in a little cocky, and he looked cocky at the face-offs, he could get clipped.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
So what I said was I'm not willing to bet on Rodrigo Vargas, but I did throw him in a couple DraftKings tournaments.
Yeah.
Next is your boy, Scotty, so I'll let you do this one. Dana Baccarel versus Kevin Natividad.
Okay, so he's going to come out tonight to Wolf Totem, or hopefully, this is my hope, is that he comes out to the Who's new cover of Sad But True by Metallica. Have you seen that yet, Kyle?
I have not.
Oh, I will send it to you.
But I will put it on as soon as this is over.
Very intimidating. I think once his opponent hears the fury and the hooing from the Who, he will just tap out immediately. He's not even going to walk into the ring. Dana Baccarel is, I think he is up to, minus 200?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
We locked him in yesterday.
For good reason. I think we have him in a couple parlays. I think he wins by grunting and hooing Kevin Natividad into submission. And sidebar, after watching, I've been watching the Who videos for two solid days straight, and I think that once I have a kid, I'm going to strongly push them into playing the horsehead cello that they play, and learning learning Mongolian throat singing, so they can do horsehead cello and throat singing Christmas carols for everyone at Christmas. And,
it's just a natural progression.
And that's just an easy into any college you want. Oh, what's your special talent? I play the fucking horsehead cello and I throat sing. I'm in a Mongolian.
It's like
throat
being a
singing
long.
band.
It's like being a long snapper.
Yeah, it's easy.
Get you right in.
Win. Or like women's golf.
Right.
Just a small niche thing, or a fake crew team.
Right.
All right,
next fight. Tristan Connolly versus Pat Sabatini, and this was one where I told everyone last time, wait for the weigh-ins, because Tristan Connolly is dropping 2 weight classes, and he was shredded. He looked awesome. Big flex. Pat Sabatini always comes in jacked. Tons of muscle. But Tristan Connolly, if you saw what his body looked like against Michel Pereira, he clearly had a lot of weight to lose. He clearly was undersized. He's not undersized anymore.
Right.
And as a plus 180 dog, he's one of my favorite plays on this card.
I'm looking at him right now, and he's up to plus 210, so it's even better.
That's awesome.
Dog of the day, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly. Good
Yep.
possibility.
Next fight, Brendan Allen versus Carl Roberson. This is a tough fight to call. I stayed away from it. Brendan Allen is a wrestler that doesn't like to wrestle. So he was getting beat up in his last fight by Sean Strickland and didn't ever look to turn on the wrestling. He continued to strike the whole time and got beat up and finished. Carl Roberson, another guy, hits super hard. He actually doesn't have that many knockouts. He wins a lot by submission, but it's club and sub, so he hits you and then gets the sub. But he's another one. He's tentative. Basically, if Brendan Allen decides to wrestle, he's going to win this fight. But is he going to do it? I don't know. It's definitely a fight to target in DraftKings because one of them will probably get finished.
I think we have. No, I was thinking of something else. I thought we had Carl Roberson on one of our lineups, but it's. I'm looking at the next fight, Sekulic.
Oh yeah, Stefan Sekulic versus Dwight Grant. Sekulic is a fighter that I like as a dog here. I love him on DraftKings as well. No one will have him. Dwight Grant is massive, athletic, but he is old. And he just hasn't looked that great in the UFC, honestly. He just hasn't. And Stefan Sekulic is coming off a 2-year layoff. It was because of steroids. USADA caught him.
Well,
but he had some excuse. I mean, there's no excuses, but
you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's
right. He trains at a good camp, and I think he could beat Dwight Grant here, who has a questionable chin. I like Sekulic's chances as a dog.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well.
Next fight, we have Alex Cowboy Oliveira versus Randy Brown. Randy Brown's another guy that I like to fade. He's super long and athletic, but he just is not a great fighter and is a guy who can break. Yeah. And Alex Oliveira, another guy who I've typically faded.
Yeah.
However, he's fought some of the best fighters in the UFC, and he will not break.
Right.
Absolutely not. He's tougher, and if you watch the weigh-ins, the energy he has right now, he looks excellent.
Yeah, he looked real good in his last couple of fights, too. Like, he's far from done.
Right. He missed weight for his last fight.
Yeah.
Was on point this time, and I get his kid was in the hospital for the last fight. And he said that contributed to the weight miss. I think we see a different Alex Oliveira in this fight. Now we're off to the main card. Jimmy Crute versus Anthony Smith. And this is one of my favorite bets on the card. Oh, yeah. Jimmy the Brute Crute. I think it's going to go exactly how he said. He said, I'm going to maul him until I finish him.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I agree as well.
Right. Poor Anthony Smith got beat up by a guy who broke into his house. Pretty sure he's going to lose to Jimmy Crute.
Yeah. Fought to a non-professional fighter in his own house.
Right. What do you think about this one, Scott? Uriah Hall, Chris Weidman.
I like Weidman quite a bit here. I think he overwhelms Uriah Hall with his wrestling. He's a very accomplished wrestler, and Uriah Hall has zero answer if Chris Weidman takes him down. And the only path to victory that Uriah Hall has, I think, is if he gets lucky, he kind of sneaks a punch in there and just knocks Weidman out cold, which is possible because Weidman's chin has been suspect. And they're both fairly old, so they've both been, in some absolute wars of the last, 15 or 10 years. So their chins are both probably not what they were even a couple of years ago. So, but if Weidman gets the takedowns, it's an easy win for him.
I agree with you, and I think his win against Akhmedov in his last fight is getting underrated a bit. Akhmedov is a beast.
Yeah.
And Chris Weidman beat him in his last fight.
Right.
I think it's more impressive than anything Uriah Hall's done recently.
Yeah.
I know he beat Anderson Silva, but it's a shell of Anderson Silva. So
Weidman beat Anderson Silva at a better Anderson Silva, and
twice,
and Anderson Silva broke his leg on Chris Weidman's leg. So
yeah, I love Ray Luongo saying we trained for that.
Yeah.
We trained to break limbs.
So
we trained that.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ray Luongo. Ray Luongo looks like he'd be in a Rocky movie as the washed-up trainer.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he might have been. He might have been in Rocky 24.
Yes.
Next fight is Valentina Bullet-Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. To me, this is pretty one-sided, and Valentina said it herself. It's going to take more than pure power to beat me, and that's all she's got. And I think she's right. And I'm glad she knows it because Jessica Andrade is going to come out hot.
Yeah.
So she better be ready for that power. So I like hearing her say that. She knows. She knows Jessica Andrade's path to victory, and she's trained to stop that.
Right. Right.
Should be better everywhere.
She is better literally everywhere. And,
Yeah.
I think once Valentina gives her a couple of good couple of head kicks, Andrade is not going to be coming quite as hot. I think that'll soften her.
She might not be able to touch her. Might be a little matador.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. She'll just bull rush her and then just slide the cape over.
Yep. Next fight, we got Weili Zhang versus Thug Rose Namajunas. I like Weili here.
Yeah.
I like the champ.
Yeah, I think this line it should be a little bit closer to a pick'em because Rose she's really freaking good.
Oh yeah,
but
she is.
I still don't think she beats freaking Weili Zhang.
I don't either. I think the difference here is Weili Zhang is tough as fuck.
Yes.
And Rose, people say she's really tough. I question it. I question her toughness. She has been training with guns for this fight, so if Weili Zhang gets shot in the third round, don't be too
Rose
surprised.
has been really hammering those tactical reloads. I'm not sure if it's going to transfer to the wrestling, or she'll get any takedowns out of it, but it's a good skill to have in the bag. You never know in these knockdown, drag-out fights whether or not she's going to have to do some tactical reloads or shoot from cover.
Hand me the gun.
Yeah.
She's too good.
I don't know how much cover there is out there for her to shoot from behind, but guns are never an issue here.
Hey, crazier things have happened in Florida.
You train for every possible scenario.
That's true. That brings us to the main event: Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. And Jorge Masvidal, kind of like Conor McGregor, is one of those guys that can trick you into being like, "Oh, he's the best. He's super good."
Yeah, he is.
And then
he's currently tricking quite a few people right now.
Yeah,
because I'm seeing a lot of buzz around Jorge Masvidal.
He has that confidence that you're like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna knock him out."
Yeah,
and I fall for it sometimes too.
Yeah.
But luckily in the presser, Kamaru Usman got me back where he was like, "Dude, you're 3-3 in your last 6 fights in the UFC. You've lost 7 fights."
Right.
The last one to me.
Right.
So I don't think it's going to go much different. I think Jorge will be in better shape. He's also lighter, so I don't know if it's going to help him.
Yeah.
I think I could see him getting finished, honestly. In a 5-round fight against Kamaru Usman, he might get finished.
Yeah, and I really like our lineup with Kamaru Usman in it. I think he's going to put up a ton of points in DraftKings.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be really high owned, but who cares?
Yes.
It's worth it.
But that's when we go with the lower owned guys to pair with him, so
right.
You separate it.
Right. Do you want to go?
So I tweeted out
Yeah.
all our bets yesterday. Well, all the official ones. Mm-hmm. I have other ones for myself, obviously. But yeah, I tweeted out the official bets, and it was with units this time. Trying to get into that Trying to see if I could find them real quick.
I have here. I'll go while you're finding those. I'll have the ones that I have for the 10K challenge out right now.
Yep.
So far, and I kind of screwed up when I was putting these in because again I forgot that we took Molina on Thursday already. So
Right.
I have 50 on Molina to win 45, and then I have 17 on a 4-teamer with Jimmy the Brute Crute, Dana Bakhtarel, Valentina Shevchenko, and Kamaru Usman. That's 17 to win $40.45. I don't see how that was.
Like it.
I got a 2-teamer with Ariana Carnelozzi and Jimmy the Brute Crute. 40 to win 45. I have another 40 on Jeff Molina to win 36. And then I have 20 on Chris Weidman minus 125, and then I ran out of money, so I couldn't put anything else in.
Love it. The official bets, I had Jeffrey Molina minus 110, 2 units. Tristan Connolly plus 180, 1 unit. Chris Weidman minus 125, 1 unit. Ariana Carnelozzi parlayed with Jimmy the Brute Crute plus 122. There's 2 units on that.
Yes.
Alex Oliveira plus 125, 1 unit. And those were the official bets. I also did make a couple more. And there's 2 that I absolutely love. I did a 4-teamer parlay. I put $100 on it. 100 will win you $657. And it's Jimmy Crute, Dana Bakhtarel, Jeffrey Molina, and Ariana Carnelozzi. I mean,
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Then, this is $30 to win you $2,600. I mean, those odds are amazing.
That's pretty good.
It does get a little tougher, but I still love it. Dana Bakhtarel money line, right? Ariana Carnelozzi by decision, Molina by decision, and Alex Oliveira by decision. I mean, that might happen.
Who's going to screw it for us?
Right. Yeah, I basically just played around with the picks I gave out and parlayed a bunch of different ones, along with taking them straight up. And don't forget, if you are on DraftKings Sportsbook, don't forget to opt into the profit boost because it will boost your profits by 26%, even on parlays. So that's a good deal right there. And then, did you want to go over the DraftKings lineups?
Yeah, I have it pulled up right now. These are the ones you sent me last night, and again, I kind of screwed up a little bit, but I'm not mad about it. So this lineup I entered into the 200K to first. I entered
$25?
$25 200K to first. I entered them both in, but I entered this one in twice.
Okay.
By mistake, because it looked like it didn't go through the first time, so I tried to re-enter them one at a time. And they're like, oh, thank you. You've entered this twice. So we start off with Weili Zhang, and then we go to Kamaru Usman, Allen, Sekulic, Carnelozzi, and Conley. And that one's got $200 in remaining salary. And then the other one, which I like equally as much, I didn't get to enter it twice because I ran out of money. Weili Zhang, Jimmy Crute, Chris Weidman, Jeff Molina, Carnelozzi, and Conley.
Love it.